Welcome to UC Today. My name's David Dungay. We are back for another UC Trend session. I have with me today Todd Surdey, Head of Global Channels and Business Development at Zoom. Welcome to the show, Todd. How are you?
Hey, David. Thank you. I'm doing great. It's awesome to be here, and I really appreciate the time you're taking with me and with Zoom.
Fantastic. So, Zoom, fresh off an award win at our UC Partner Awards. Zoom took home the Best UC Solution Award, which is a fantastic award to win. So congratulations there. We're going to be talking about the UCaaS and CCaaS space colliding today and what that means for partners. So I'm really excited to get into that. Should we dive straight into that conversation then, Todd?
Yeah, it sounds great, David. And thank you so much for recognizing Zoom. Huge. It's humbling for us. I spoke to some of the other executives. So thank you. I'm really excited to jump into your questions.
Great. So let's get straight into it. So number one, what are the big obstacles facing partners when it comes to selling and deploying customer engagement or CCaaS services right now?
Yeah, I think for us and what we're experiencing and seeing is that it's such a fragmented offering. Think about the customer perspective. There's all these endpoint offerings and or solutions that are hitting these customers today. And from a partner perspective, how do you manage that and deploy all that and set the right expectations with customers? And I always go back to my selling days, direct selling days, and then when I'm working with customers is you've got really, for the most part, three buying personas. You've got an IT buyer, you've got a financial buyer, and you've got a business buyer. All of which, when you consider the way that the market has come together from a CCaaS and a UCaaS perspective, and thinking about it from a partner perspective, they want to go in and make sure that they're solving for those customers. And how do they do that at the best? And how do they solve for those solutions? And it's a single platform for us, right? Our single platform across all of that allows for a tighter and a more collaborative type of environment. And when you pick any one of those three personas, it'll speak right to any one of those. Financially, it gives them buying power. It gives them an ability to look at how the renewals are coming. How do they face that? From a business outcomes perspective, how do you really get the mode of enablement and the processes and all the things that you need inside of any one of these and have it being combined, and a single platform does that. And lastly, an IT perspective. I mean, there's so many lists here. We all love technology, but when that technology works, number one, and it's easy to install, number two, and allows you to have a seamless way of doing that, it's just a huge hit for our partners to have the ability to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly is. That unified platform is the gold dust, if you like. Let's talk about the market. We've been talking about the commoditization of UC, particularly over the last couple of years. How is Zoom looking at this in the context of the UCaaS and CCaaS markets merging together? Obviously, you've got that unified platform, but what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we've been doing this for a while now, having those be combined. But at Zoom, we really believe that aligning, UCaaS and CCaaS allows for a more comprehensive communication strategy where externally and internally connections are fully aligned. So together, these do a number of things. Let's call out maybe 5 items here right now. One, they improve customer service, by making it easier for service agents to access specialist support, knowledge, and information from a UC environment. 2, it increases efficiency. It aligns your UCaaS and CCaaS systems, allowing companies to really automate various tasks from call routing to tracking agents' availability. Number 3, it enhances your collaboration. Bringing these together really breaks down unnecessary silos in business environments and improves decision-making opportunities. 4, it transforms your data management. Really bringing these again together makes total sense from a tracking and a managing customer service data and performance metrics so much easier. And lastly, it reduces cost. Having these integrated, it makes for a much more affordable purchase, not only on the front end, but the overtime when you think about an ROI. Your ability to really re-leverage those existing technologies and or persons, whether you be a customer or a partner, really takes us to another level. So combining those is a massive value proposition, which we believe for Zoom is really going to put us, which obviously you've recognized that ahead of most, if not of all.
Yeah, I mean, I think you may have slightly answered my next question already, but with that value in mind, when partners are approaching their opportunities with customers, should they be focused on that combination then of UCaaS and CCaaS rather than one or the other, perhaps?
Well, I'd answer this two ways, but you're right. I kind of answered it in the last question. But, first off, the way I'd answer it is wherever and whenever it makes sense. Absolutely. At Zoom, we're trying to make cloud-based communications and collaboration super simple. Frictionless is key. And the same way we have done to the video communications and collaborations, really adopting at all levels we've seen before. The second way I'd say it is, why would you not? Like, your ability to go in and provide that view from end to end for a customer, that is really the art and the science of being in that consultative, that partnership that our partners will have with their customers, going, hey, look, this is what it looks like from end to end. I know today you want to do this, but we should really plan for these other pieces at the appropriate time, or you may want us to build a blueprint for all of it today. And we may want to go much faster than you actually realized based on the synergies, your cost savings, the IT outcomes, and or impact and the business outcomes right across it. So, I would say the other thing for this is that customers of all sizes have access now to this technology. It's your classic, we're in a cloud business, we're in a way of allowing that whatever works and can be utilized at scale at a large enterprise is the same technologies and advancements that you can use at a smaller company. So why not be able to position all at the same time?
Fantastic. So, looking ahead, time to get the crystal ball out and make a bit of a prediction, perhaps. What are the big trends, particularly in customer engagement, that you feel are going to impact the partner channel over the next sort of 2 to 5 years? And how is Zoom looking to support this with your partners?
Yeah, I think I'd call out first and foremost the most obvious for us, which is that increasing demand on a hybrid work, employees and your people that are there, right? So, I that's one of the things that I really love about being at Zoom. Coming in pre-pandemic, you had, for the most part, everybody working in the offices. Pandemic hits, we're all, for the most part, if not all of us, working remote. And now we're in what I believe, or we believe, is a more difficult state, which is this hybrid world. So the office environments and the way that our employees and things work has fundamentally changed, where it's got to be a much more collaborative and an environment that works across all of these things. So it allows for remote workers to communicate and collaborate at a much higher level with other colleagues, whether you're remote or they're sitting in the office. We allow the contact center agents to really work from anywhere and still provide excellent service. The second thing, which is really huge, is a growing importance, especially when we talk about contact center, across the omni-channel engagement. It's a focus on providing seamless, integrated, omni-channel experience. And we get that. We know that. We launched, our contact center roughly about a year ago in February of 2022. That is about managing customers' interactions across multiple channels from a centralized platform. And the last thing on that point is, I'd say, employees working together with customers across multiple channels. You have to have that in, and that's going to be such an increasingly importance. The third big one, and we're seeing this across many different elements, is the advancements in AI and automation. This is really about improving not only our customers' experience, but increasing the speed, the efficiency, and reducing costs. So, your classic chat box, voice recognition, sentiment analysis, and predictive analysis is key to these, but it really moves it up and gets you a higher touch point, if not a greater momentum with the end user when you have AI as a part of it. And we've integrated that completely into our offering. I'd say the fourth one is really about expansion of cloud-based solutions. We need to make it easier and more cost-effective for organizations to adopt CCaaS and UCaaS solutions, not only independently, but together. And we've done and will continue to do that. That, again, comes back to improving customer service, increases productivity, and it will or is reducing costs. The next one I can see is interoperability and integration. These things are critical. That's why your first question was, we have all these things, what's out there? There's a lot of great offerings, but not having them integrated really is a detraction, especially when I spend the amount of time I have with CIOs. They want a single area and a single company they can go to that will allow them to really accelerate and reuse the investments they made, or take the investments on some of these resources that they have and move them into more critical or more important things, if you will, for them. And I'd say the last one for us is really focus on security and privacy. That never goes away. You can even say that could probably be your number one. There's a greater emphasis for all of these companies on security and privacy via those communications data. Encryption, multi-factor authentication, and access controls are going to be just a big part of it. And we're going to continue to invest and go down that path.
Fantastic. So, Todd, what about those partners that are sitting here today and might have a specialism in telephony and UC only, who might be looking over the fence going, oh, we really need to get involved in CCaaS and customer engagement, but we don't really understand that sort of space very well. What's your advice to those partners, and maybe how they should bridge that gap to really sell these combined solutions?
I think first and foremost, we have redesigned the programs at Zoom, and that those have the opportunity right now for those partners that are seeing that and go, why am I not, knowing that these are converging, how do I come together and how can I learn? And who can I learn from? Why not come to us and let us teach you that? And we can go in two formats. We can go down a path of technically, and we can go down the path of from a sales or a business perspective. So we have an ability to do that. Second, this is where whatever analogy you want to use, the puck or what have you, is going. We have this direction where customers need and are demanding that. And you look at this overall market, what we've sized it at from a Zoom perspective is roughly $300 billion TAM that's growing almost 32% CAGR over the next 3 to 5 years. That doesn't even account for the services. So if I'm one of those partners that's looking at this, it is a phenomenal area, one, and first and foremost, to solve for your customer, but two, how do you go build your business? And this is where you're going to see the massive advancements from a business perspective for you as a company if you're trying to make and look at that leap.
I think, so much insight there, Todd, and I think some great advice for some of those partners watching today. Unfortunately, Todd, that is all we have time for. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing some of your insights.
Yeah, thank you so much, David. It's great to spend time with you. And of course, thank you again for the huge award and the recognition for Zoom.
And thank you for watching. Been watching me, David Dungay, on UC Today. Don't forget you can catch up with all of the UC Partner Trends series on the website uctoday.com. That's it from me. Thanks for watching.